Hello, this is Richard Buck, the instructor for Philosophy 300 Ethics in the Human Good for Summer 1 2017. And this is a short recording video explaining how to access and navigate the Canvas course page we'll be using for this course. So you should have received at this point an email notifying you that the course page, the Canvas course page, is live. Also included in that email should have been a link that you would click on to get to the Canvas login page. Once you are there, you would put in your Mount email address as well as the password that you use to access your Mount email account. When you log in, what you will see is this page. Although you only have one course tile, this one that my cursor is on, click on the name of the course, and this will bring you to the home page. Now give me 1 second. I'm going to switch to the student view so that you can see what this will look like when you access the page. So this is what the page will look like. And as you can see, this is the home page. Once I've finished the final edits on the syllabus will be at the top. And you can see here that there are modules, that's what Canvas calls these, for each week of the course. And so if you look at week 1, you see the first thing, the top item in that week's module is a question for a discussion post. Now you'll notice that this discussion post is due on May 29th, which is Monday at 9 p.m. Now you don't need to read anything for this post. All you need to do is think about and answer this question in 200 to 250 words. You would type in your answer in the reply box. When you click on that, type in your answer here, hit post reply. You'll then be able to see your reply as well as any other replies that students have posted before you posted yours, or you cannot see any replies until you have posted your own. Now, if you go back to the home page, what you'll also see for each week, for example, in week 1 is the reading for the week. So the only reading that we have for Tuesday, May 30th, our first class, is this essay by Michael Sandel, which you would click on to access, and you can download this, print off a copy. In the syllabus, you'll notice when I've posted it that I strongly encourage you to print each of the essays we'll be reading, because studies show that comprehension increases when you read something that's in hard copy as opposed to reading it online. But every student is different. My recommendation, again, is to print these, but I'll leave that up to you. Each week except for the 3rd and 5th week, there is an essay due, and this is essay 1. If you click on that, you'll notice that you get the question, and I will be posting the questions for future essays in a couple of days. But here's the question for the first essay. Notice that it is due Thursday, June 1st. Now we're showing a Turnitin error here because I'm logging in not as a student but as an instructor, and I can't upload things. When you log in, there will be a button that you would click to upload your essay, which will be checked by Turnitin. I'll then grade these essays online and make comments and assign a grade that you'll be able to see using the grade book, which I'll show you in a minute. But notice here, 2 pages maximum. The guidelines for written work as stated in the syllabus, again, that'll be posted. You would write a response to this. Go back to the home page. And you see, again, that's week 1. There's a discussion post, the reading for our Tuesday class session, and the essay due Thursday. If you go to week 2, again, you'll see a discussion post, the readings. Now, if you look at the syllabus, you'll see which readings are due in class and which readings you will do out of class. And then there's an essay also for the 2nd week, and that's due on Thursday, June the 8th. And you can go through the rest of the course requirements that way. Again, once the syllabus is posted, you'll be able to see the weight of each of these assignments and how the course grade is calculated, as well as other course policies. And we'll be going over all of this during our first class session on May 30th. Our class sessions, as you know, can be attended either live and in person in AC 124 on Mount St. Mary's University campus, or remotely using our Canvas course page, in particular using the conferences link on the left-hand side of the page. Now, you can't access this in student view, so if I go out of student view for a minute, if I click on conferences, you'll see them listed here. Now, what will happen is, and you probably have already received email messages indicating that you've been invited to join a conference. So our first conference, for those of you who will not be attending in person, is May 30th. And of course, there's one scheduled for every Tuesday of our class. And you just click this, I will click the start button to start the conference. Once I've started the conference, and I'll do that probably about 8:30 or maybe even earlier on Monday or on Tuesday, and every Tuesday, then you will get a link indicating the conference has begun. You will see a button that says join. You click join and you'll be able to join into the conversation through video and audio as well. And it'll be important, I think, for all of us to be able to see each other. So I'll ask you to allow your webcam to be shared so that we can see each other. I think that'll help in our discussion. So those are the conferences. Again, if you go back to the home page, and I'll switch back to student view. Now you can also click on grades on the left-hand side. Now again, since I'm not a particular student in the class, this just tells you how many points each of the assignments is worth. And we'll go over all of this in class, of course, but you'll be able to access your grades by clicking on the grades button. As soon as grades are inputted, there'll be a list of each assignment and the grade you received. And also, it'll give you an update as we go through the course of how you're doing in the class, what grade you actually have. So those are the main buttons, the main features of the Canvas page we'll be using. If we decide to use other pages, other features, I will explain how to use those features as we go on. Again, the main thing is once you log in, you will see this page. At the top here will be the syllabus, as well as a set of instructions for the major essay. The major essay is 5 to 7 pages, which is due June 27th. You will see instructions for that underneath the syllabus, and then you will see this list of assignments. Again, the syllabus has all the dates. This is all the materials you will need for each week of the course. I hope this video has been helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions by replying to the email in which the video was attached. I look forward to seeing you all on Tuesday. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.